I don't know shit about geography, and it certainly wasn't for lack of trying. For me, one of the best parts about being a young kid was getting to go to a friend's house and seeing what video games they had. And I guess the friend too. It was at a friend's house that I first discovered Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, an edutainment game from Broderbund Software. It's now a long-running game series, and it was so popular when it came out, it got its own TV shows. One of them was a kids' game show, also called Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. If you've never seen the show, there's a good chance you've heard the iconic theme song performed by ROCKAPELLA.
Well, she sneaks around the world from India to Carolina. She's a sticky-fingered filcher from Berlin down to Belize. She'll take you for a ride on a slow-motion China. Tell me, where in the world is
Carmen Sandiego?
No, you're not mistaken. It is rad. Did you know that they're still around? And they still perform this song.
Tell me where in the world is
Carmen Sandiego.
steelers.
Alright, that's just fantastic. Watching it now, it's still a pretty good game show. They use a lot of gimmicks to retain attention, like silly lighting effects and animations done in MS Paint. I was a dumb kid who didn't even know where his mailbox was, let alone all of these geography questions. These kids are pretty smart, I guess.
Grenada, what do you think, Alyssa?
I chose Grenada.
Same thing, Eric.
I chose Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, the answer we're looking for is Grenada. Nice job, Anthony and Alyssa.
Idiot! The part I remember the most is the final game, where the final contestant has to run across a map dropping these alarm stanchions. I remember looking at this and thinking it would be impossibly hard with so many map locations, and these light thingies looked heavy. Even the host is winded by the end of it.
Unbelievable, man. Listen, you wrote down just a moment ago where you'd like to go if you caught Carmen Sandiego.
Damn, dude! I never really learned much from this show, to be honest. Their attempts at keeping me interested is what kept me distracted the most. All the silly animations and effects and whatever had me paying attention to that instead of whatever factoids they were saying. Thankfully, that wasn't the only show. There was also Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego?
Where on earth is Carmen Sandiego?
And you know what? It also has a really catchy theme song and exciting intro sequence. Yeah, I'm ready to learn, bitch! This cartoon used a lot of computer graphics to make it super exciting, all the while sprinkling facts throughout its dialogue.
The Mayans lived all over the Yucatan Peninsula. It's more than 75,000 square miles of dense jungle in modern cities.
And Carmen could be anywhere, huh?
Buttersmooth. It would even quiz you during commercial breaks to see if you've been paying attention.
Can you name the only United States president who didn't live in the White House?
Nope. Remembering these old shows got me thinking about the original Carmen Sandiego game. I never beat it because I was a dumb idiot kid. But now, I stand a chance as a dumb idiot adult. I played the DOS version, though an updated one for Windows came later. Welcome to Acme Detective Agency, where it's nowhere near as wacky as the show led me to believe. I haven't felt this lied to since playing a video game that was secretly trying to make me learn. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Carmen Sandiego is a babe. My God, I did not appreciate her when I was younger. When people bring up strong female characters, why doesn't anyone bring up Carmen? She handles any situation and always gets away. She's like a sexy reverse Batman. She has a billion different super cool gadgets that she can use to get through anything and uses it all for thievery. She makes stealing things look cool, and she always looks great doing it. The red trench coat and hat are such an iconic look. Even her modern iterations keep this design without changing much, because it's so good! The face half covered by her hat or hair giving her a sultry look ties it all together. And again, is just as much of her iconic appearance as the clothes she wears. She's mysterious, badass, competent, and just plain cool. Can't deny it, she's good looking, and the cartoon series really accentuated that. How did she look in the original game? Oh. The game has dossiers on every villain you have to catch, and it's a good thing too, as you'll need every bit of information to catch them. Like, without this, how would I ever have known that Carmen Sandiego loves tacos? My first assignment is to reclaim a recipe for pygmy poison darts from Kigali? Oh boy, it starts already. Where the hell is Kigali? Apologies to all my Kigali fans that are watching, which I assume to be none of you. I'm only given the gender of the thief, and I need to collect clues to find out where they went and who they are from the dossier, so that I can get a warrant to arrest them. And I have to find them by Sunday? Good lord, that's less than a week! He stole a recipe for poison darts! And if I don't get him in 6 days, the cops are just like, well, f it. Every location gives you 3 spots you can check for clues, and every time you visit one of these, more hours are shaved off the clock. The witnesses here will give you clues for either where the thief went to next, or information about the thief themselves. You use the clues about the thief to slowly eliminate possibilities until you have your definite perpetrator. Even though it has 5 options for details on the crook, I quickly determined that you only really need 3 to identify them. Plus, some of the options to narrow them down are completely worthless and apply to none of them. None of them have a limp, or consider music their hobby, like a high schooler who doesn't actually do anything with their free time, and none of them are going to get away in a race car. Although a surprising number of thieves are really into croquet, as in more than one. The clues given to get to the next location are either extremely specific or too vague to be useful. For example, the crook changed his money to kroner, the currency of Iceland. This makes it easy enough to figure out where to go. Other clues? Not so much. The worst ones are the ones that describe the colors of a flag. A red and white flag. Oh good, that really narrows it down. Super helpful. It helps that you're given multiple choices from every place you fly from, as this is extremely helpful for younger kids and dumb adults. But even with that, I still screwed up a few times. If you go to a wrong location, the people there will have no idea what you're talking about with the crime. What's obnoxious about this is that each point on the map can only travel to specific other locations. This means if you pick the wrong place and fly there, you won't be able to fly to any of the possible locations the crook is at. This means you have to fly back to where you were before to get to the correct one, even if the wrong place you flew to is significantly closer than the place you're returning to. This literally doubles your punishment for screwing up, which is wasting a lot of time that you don't have to spare. I would also have way more time if I didn't need to sleep so much. Thank God time zones don't count in this game, or good lord would my deadline be all jacked. Then again, it could also be my own fault. I mean, some of the witnesses don't seem to be the most reliable. I'm not really sure I should be listening to a parrot! You know when you're on the right track though, because you run into henchmen as soon as you check places out, and they give quick animations. This dude is just excited to get some Cookie Crisp cereal. Another henchman is going to have the worst back problems in the world in a few years. And this henchman is... The sheer scale of some of these heists are all over the place. The elevator to the Eiffel Tower? How devious! This ought to inconvenience people until they build another one. This one seems silly compared to the entire ceiling to the Sistine Chapel. How did they even get away with that? 6 days, Gumshoe. We got quotas to meet. As you continue to gather clues and chase down the criminal, you get closer and closer. And when you're near to capturing them, they do the only logical thing. Try to kill you. You'll get shot at and have knives thrown at you. These attempted homicides means you've pretty much found them. They're at one of these 3 locations, and you just need to pick the right one. And when you do, they run away. And then they murder 3 people. And then the cops go after them. And I'm never perfectly certain that we actually catch the right criminal, since they look more like 2 children stacked together inside of a trench coat. As soon as you solve one case, Acme Detective Agency has one more clue for you to solve. A random geography quiz that requires you to use the World Almanac and Book of Facts? What the hell? What are those? I never had those as a kid. I don't even have them now. Maybe that's why I never got far in this stupid game. Stupid copy protection. Well, it's a good thing I got Wikipedia. That's never inaccurate. Damn it. Wait, hold on. I got it this time. Damn it. Okay, I got it this time. Damn it! Well, I guess I'm done learning then. There is 0 gameplay differences from there. You'll continue collecting clues and flying to places based solely on the colors of their flags, but the game doesn't escalate at all. The difficulty is pretty much exactly the same throughout. In later cases, you'll need to travel to more places to find the criminal, but that's it. You can do slightly fewer mistakes, but without any kind of change, it becomes immediately repetitive. Especially when you need to do a bunch of cases of the same crap over and over again just to rank up. If the game's intent is to get kids to learn, it needs to also vary up the gameplay to be interesting. Or have interludes by an a cappella group.
Listen to the story that I tell you, Greg.
Eventually, you're on the case for Carmen Sandiego herself, and the game is still no different. Even when you catch her, she's still the same criminal graphic as all the others. She's not even wearing her iconic red trench coat. What a jip! And the end cutscene is absolutely nothing. Not even credits. All I get is adding my detective to the Hall of Fame, which means right alongside Detectives Ben, Ziggy, Hana, and Hana is Gumshoe ProJared. At least I beat it? I'm honestly surprised at how popular Carmen Sandiego is, when it certainly isn't the best edutainment game I've ever played. Did I learn anything about geography from it? Couldn't tell ya. I don't feel like I retained any of the facts that the game tried to teach me. That's why my final rating for this game is an actual almanac out of 10. It has a lot of information in it, but reading it through is just so boring. Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego does have some minor bits of geography that you can learn, but it's not delivered in a very interesting way, at least not by today's standards. I'm not sure if Carmen herself perpetuated the popularity of the two shows, or if the shows made her more popular. It certainly isn't bad, but it doesn't evolve as a game throughout its runtime. And if it doesn't offer a strong way of staying invested, you're better off reading an actual book to learn things. But I can't deny how cool Carmen Sandiego herself is, and I am glad that she's still getting games made to this day. If nothing else, it is thanks to this original game that we got a pretty good game show out of it, with one of the coolest songs with some of the most unforgettable lyrics. Do it, ROCKAPELLA!
Where in the world is
Carmen Sandiego.
Now that'll Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more videos, be sure to subscribe. If you want to watch another video right away, you can see the last one I did on Stardew Valley. Or if you're in the mood for something different, I recommend my friends over at Continue. Give them a watch too.